Hello, my name is Gloria. I am a young woman. I am 24 years old. I have a job that I like. My job is in a cafe. The name of the cafe is The Morning Cup. It is a small and friendly place. Many people come to visit The Morning Cup. I work there almost every day. My job is to make coffee for the customers. I make many different kinds of coffee. I also serve food. I serve cakes and cookies and other sweet things. I like working in the cafe. I like the smell of coffee. I like talking to the customers sometimes. My boss is Mr. Henderson. He is a nice man. He owns the cafe. My life is quite simple. It is a quiet life. I live in a small apartment. My days are usually the same. I go to work, I go home. I do not have a lot of money. I do not go on holidays. I do not go to big parties. My life is simple, but I have dreams. Everyone has dreams. My biggest dream is to find someone special. I want to find a person who will love me, and I want to love them back. I want to find a partner for my life. Someone to share happy times with. Someone to share sad times with. Someone to build a future with. I dream about this kind of love. I see it in books and in movies. It looks so wonderful. I wait for this special person to come into my life. My life was simple and quiet for a long time. Then, one day, something happened. It was a big event for me. It changed my life. This story is about that time. I want to tell you everything that happened. It is a story about love. It is a story about trusting someone. It is a story about a lesson I learned. It was a very important lesson. It was a difficult lesson. It taught me a lot about people. It taught me a lot about myself. I want to share this lesson with you. This is the start of my story. This is the introduction. My simple life was about to become not so simple. It was about to change a lot. To a new face. One sunny Tuesday, a man walked into the cafe. He was tall. He had nice dark hair. He had a kind smile. This man ordered a black coffee. His name was Andy. He came to the cafe every day after that first time. He came on Wednesday. He came on Thursday. He came on Friday. He came on Saturday and Sunday too. Every day he came. He always looked at me when he came in. He always smiled at me. His smile was warm and friendly. When I saw him, my heart felt happy. It was a new feeling for me at work. Usually, work was just work. Making coffee, serving cakes, cleaning tables. It was simple. But when Andy came, it was different. I waited for him. I looked for him near the door. I wondered if he would come that day. And he always did. He sat at a small table near the window. He drank his coffee and sometimes read a book. But he always looked up and smiled when I walked past his table. Sometimes he said, "Good morning." His voice was nice too. It was low and soft. I liked hearing his voice. I liked seeing his smile. I liked that he came every day. It felt special. It felt like he came just for me. Or maybe not just for me, but he made me feel seen. He made me feel like I was not invisible. Many people came to the cafe, but Andy was different. He was new. He was a new face, but he quickly felt familiar. He felt like someone I knew, even though I only knew his name and his smile. My days were brighter because he was there. Serving him his coffee was the best part of my morning. I hoped he would keep coming. I hoped he would keep smiling. My quiet life felt a little less quiet now. It felt like something new was starting. And that new thing had a nice smile and nice dark hair. It had the name Andy. 3, our first date. He asked me to go for a walk. It was a question I wanted to hear. He asked me to meet him on Saturday. We would go to the park. My heart felt happy when he asked. I said yes very fast. I was excited for Saturday. The day came. The sun was bright in the sky. It was a perfect day for a walk in the park. I met him outside the park gates. He smiled when he saw me. We walked into the park. The park was full of life. There were big green trees. Their leaves moved in the soft wind. There were beds of colorful flowers. Red, yellow, blue, and pink flowers were everywhere. We could hear the sound of birds singing. We could hear children laughing far away. Many people were enjoying the day. We walked on a path. We talked as we walked. It was easy to talk to him. We talked about simple things, like our favorite colors or what we liked to do on sunny days. He listened carefully. He laughed at my small jokes. His laugh was nice. After we walked for a while, he stopped. "Would you like some ice cream, Gloria?" he asked. I smiled and said, "Yes, please." We went to a small shop inside the park. He bought us both ice cream. My ice cream was cold and sweet. It tasted like summer. We found a bench under a big tree. We sat down and ate our ice cream slowly. While we were sitting, he looked at me. He had a kind look in his eyes. He said, "Gloria, you are very pretty." I felt my face get warm. I felt shy but very happy. "Thank you, Andy," I said. His words were simple, but they meant a lot to me. After the ice cream, we started walking again. As we walked, he gently took my hand. His hand felt warm and strong around mine. Holding hands felt natural, like we had done it before. We walked like that for a long time, just walking and holding hands. We did not talk much then. Just being together felt nice. The time seemed to go by very fast. The sun started to go down a little, and the light changed. We knew it was time to go home. We walked back to the park entrance. We said goodbye there. He smiled his kind smile again. I felt happy and a little sad that the day was ending. I walked home by myself. I kept thinking about the day. I thought about the park, the ice cream, his words, and the feeling of his warm hand. It was a simple date, but it felt like the start of something special. It was our first date. I hoped it would be the first of many. I felt a new hope in my heart. This day felt like a beautiful beginning. 4 happy times. We continued to see each other very often after that first walk. Our dates were always nice. We went to the cinema many times. We saw different movies together. We also went to dinner at different places. Sometimes simple places, sometimes a little nicer. Being with Andy felt easy and fun. He always made me laugh. He continued to tell me lovely things. He said I was special and different from other women he knew. This made me feel very good about myself. I believed him completely. He often spoke about his work. He said he had important business projects. He said he was working on big plans for his future. But when I asked for details, he was always very private. He would say, "It's complicated business," or "It's hard to explain." I did not push him for more information. I thought maybe it was a secret project. I trusted him, so I did not worry about this. I thought it was normal for some men to be private about work. He was successful, I thought, and that was good. Our feelings for each other grew stronger. One evening, he kissed me. It was a soft, sweet kiss. My heart felt like it was flying. In that moment, I knew I was falling deeply in love with him. I thought, this is it. This is the love I dreamed about. I believed he loved me too. Andy also gave me small gifts sometimes. One time, he gave me a beautiful scarf in a color I liked. Another time, he brought me my favorite chocolate bar. These gifts were not big or expensive, but they showed me he listened to me and cared about the small things. They felt very thoughtful. They made me feel even more special. Every day felt happy. My life felt full of light. When I was not with Andy, I thought about him. When I was at work, I waited for him to come to the cafe. Seeing his smile made my day better. We talked on the phone sometimes too. His voice made me feel warm inside. He talked about us being together. He talked about our future. This made me so happy. I felt like I was the luckiest girl in the world. I did not see any warning signs. I was too much in love to see anything bad. I trusted him with everything. These were truly happy times. I thought this happiness would last forever. I thought Andy was the man I would spend my life with. I thought he was honest and true. I was wrong, but I did not know it then. I was just enjoying every moment with him. We spent weeks and months together like this, going on dates, talking, laughing, holding hands. It was a beautiful time. A time I will always remember, even with the sad ending. But in that moment, there was only happiness, only love as I understood it then. I thought I had found my special person. the person I had dreamed about finding. 5 little questions. Life with Andy was nice. We spent time together. We went to places. But sometimes things felt a little strange. Andy was busy sometimes. He had much work, he said. His business was very important. Because of work, sometimes he could not see me. He had to cancel plans sometimes. I felt a little sad, but I understood. Work is important, I thought. There were other little things. Andy did not like to take photos with me. When I asked, he said, "I am not good in photos." This felt strange. We made many happy memories, but we had almost no pictures together. I wanted to have photos to look at later, but he always said no. I never went to his home. We always met at my small apartment or in public places like the park or restaurants. He said his place was not good. He said it was a mess. Or he said he had roommates. I did not understand why I could not see where he lived. It felt like a secret place. Also, he never talked about his family. He never talked about old friends. It was like he had no past before he met me. This was a little strange too. Most people talk about their family or friends, but Andy did not. He only talked about his important business and our time together. My best friend is Maria. I told Maria about Andy. I told her about the good things, but I also told her about the strange things. Maria listened. Then she said, "Gloria, be careful." She said, "He is very secret." I did not want to believe her. I said, "No, Maria, he is just a private person. He trusts me." I wanted to trust him completely. I wanted to believe he was the man for me. Sometimes Andy looked worried. He looked stressed. I asked him, "Andy, is something wrong?" He always smiled and said, "Nothing, sweet Gloria, just thinking about business." His smile made me feel better, and I forgot my worries for a time. Then Andy started to ask me questions about my boss. My boss is Mr. Henderson. He owns the Morning Cup Cafe. He also owns a few other small businesses. Andy asked me, "Is Mr. Henderson rich?" He asked, "Does he have much money?" He asked, "Does he want to sell the cafe?" I was surprised by these questions. Why did he want to know about my boss? I did not know much about Mr. Henderson's money or his plans. I told Andy this. I said, "I do not know much about Mr. Henderson's business." Andy did not ask more questions then. But it felt like another little question mark in my mind. There were more and more little questions about Andy. But I liked him very much, and I pushed the questions away. 6. A bad surprise. Time passed quickly with Andy. We were together for 6 months. It felt like a long time, a happy time. We planned a special dinner to celebrate. It was our 6-month anniversary, the day we first walked in the park. Andy said he would surprise me. He said he would take me to a very nice restaurant. I was so excited for this special night. I thought about it all week. I bought a new dress. I felt very happy and lucky. On the day of our anniversary, I got ready. I put on my new dress. I waited for Andy to call or text me about the time. The afternoon came, and then the evening started. My phone rang. It was Andy. He sounded tired. He said, "Gloria, I am so sorry. I have an urgent business meeting. It is very important. I cannot come tonight." My heart felt heavy. I was very disappointed. "Oh," I said, "but it is our special day." He said, "I know, sweet Gloria. I am truly sorry. I will make it up to you soon." He promised again and again. I tried to understand. His business was always very important to him. I took off my new dress. I felt sad. I sat on my sofa. My phone rang again. It was my friend Maria. Her voice sounded strange. It was not happy. It was serious and a little scared. "Gloria," she said quickly, "you need to come to the Grand Hotel restaurant. Now, can you come?" I was confused. "Why, Maria? What is wrong?" I asked. She just said, "Please, Gloria, just come quickly." She did not explain more. Her voice made me feel nervous. Why did Maria want me to come to a restaurant now? I was supposed to be having dinner with Andy, but he was in a meeting. Was Maria there? Was something bad happening? My mind was full of questions. I put on my coat and went outside. I walked quickly to the Grand Hotel. My heart was beating fast. I felt a bad feeling inside me. I did not know what I would find there. It was a bad surprise waiting for me. 7. The sad truth. I went to the restaurant. My heart felt scared and confused because of Maria's call. I looked around the room. It was a nice place. Then I saw him. Andy was sitting at a table. He was with a woman. I knew her face. She was the elegant woman I saw in the cafe one day. Andy was holding her hand. He was laughing and smiling. I walked to their table. Andy saw me. His smile stopped. His face changed. He looked very surprised, and then he looked angry. "Gloria, what are you doing here?" he said quickly. The woman looked at me. She looked confused. "Andy, darling, who is this girl?" she asked him. I looked at Andy. My voice was quiet, shaking. "Andy, who is she?" I asked. Andy looked at me, then at the woman. He said, "Gloria, this is Clara, my fiancée." My body felt cold. My heart felt like it stopped. Fiancée. He had a fiancée. Clara looked very surprised too. She looked at Andy. "Fiancée? Andy, you told me this cafe girl was just someone who knew your business friend. You said you needed to talk to her." Andy started to say something, but I did not hear him well. Tears came to my eyes. "You told me you loved me," I cried. Clara stood up from the table. She was beautiful, but now her face was very angry. She spoke loudly. "So you were with her. You lied to me." She looked at me, then back at Andy. "And you told me you needed to be nice to her to get information about her boss's money for our new business plans." Suddenly, everything was clear. Andy did not love me. He never did. He lied about everything. He used me. He wanted information about Mr. Henderson, my boss, and his money. He used me to try and get it. He also used Clara. She was from a very rich family. Andy wanted her family's money for his big business plans. He used her too. He was a terrible liar. Clara was shouting at Andy now. "You lied about everything. You used me for my family's money. And you used this girl." People at other tables turned to look. Everyone was watching. It was a big scene. Andy looked from Clara to me. He looked scared now. He tried to make Clara quiet, but she was too angry. My heart hurt so much. Everything I believed, everything Andy told me, it was all false. The sweet words, the gifts, the kisses, holding my hand in the park, it was all a game for him. He did not think I was special. He thought I was just a cafe girl, someone easy to trick. The elegant woman, Clara, kept shouting. Her voice was loud in the quiet restaurant. Andy looked lost and scared. I just stood there, feeling the tears on my face. The sad truth was here in this place for everyone to see. Andy did not love me. He loved money. He loved his plans. He used people to get what he wanted. He was not the kind, charming man I thought. He was a cold, selfish man. He used me for information. He used Clara for her money. The noise from Clara's shouting continued. Andy looked at me one more time. His eyes were cold. They said, "Go away." This was the end of my happy dream with Andy. It was a very sad end. My friend Maria came to me. She put her arm around my shoulders. The shouting was still behind us, but I could not hear it well anymore. I felt only the pain in my chest. This was the sad truth. He never loved me, not for 1 second. 8. My new start. I left the restaurant quickly. My heart hurt very much. I felt like he had used me for a long time. My good friend Maria came with me. She stayed by my side. She listened to me cry. She helped me feel a little safer. Andy tried to call me every day for a few days. He sent many messages on my phone. He said he wanted to explain everything. He said it was not what it looked like. He said he still cared for me in a way, but I knew his words were just more lies. I did not answer his calls at all. I blocked his number so he could not contact me again. The next few weeks were very hard for me. I felt a lot of deep pain and anger. I was angry at Andy for being so cruel and dishonest. I was also angry at myself for not seeing the truth sooner, for believing his sweet words. It was very hard to eat or sleep well. Sometimes, when I went outside, I felt like people knew what happened. The story of the big fight in the restaurant became known to some people in our small town. But slowly, little by little, I started to feel better. I put all my energy into my work at the Morning Cup Cafe. I focused on making good coffee and talking kindly to the people who came in. My boss, Mr. Henderson, was very kind to me during this time. He had heard a little about Andy trying to get information. He told me I was a good person and that Andy was the one who was wrong. Maria helped me understand that I was strong. She told me that Andy's actions did not define me. I started to do simple things that made me happy again. I read books I liked. I went for long walks by myself in the park or by the river. I started to learn important lessons from this bad experience. I learned how truly important trust is in any relationship. I learned that my feelings matter and that if something feels wrong, I should pay attention to that feeling. I learned to trust my own judgment more. I heard news later that Andy's engagement to Clara was broken. His big business plans with her rich family did not happen. He lost everything he was trying to get. One day, I was walking in the town and I saw Andy on the street. He looked sad and tired. He saw me and started to walk towards me. He tried to say my name. I looked at him for a moment. I did not feel love for him anymore. I did not feel angry either. I felt only a little sadness for the girl I was when I knew him. I did not stop walking. I just continued past him without a word. My heart is still healing from the pain. It is a slow process, but I know it is getting better every day. This story is not just about how Andy used me. It is mostly about me. It is about how I became stronger after a difficult time. This is my new start. I am ready for the future. I will find real happiness on my own by being true to myself.